more.
It's going to record, and it will go out to all of our families that attend our programs.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good morning, everybody. This is Barry, one of our teachers, and he's doing science and spirituality. And so, Barry, take it away. How long do you want, Barry?
Oh, I guess a half hour or whatever,
Okay,
you
you
know.
got it. You got it. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Enjoy. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Huh?
Hi, I'm a retired school secretary.
The sun is shining.
Oh, yes, they are shiny.
We're here and we're breathing in and out, and how wonderful it is to be here in the day, be here in this moment, and the the world is turning. The world is um, moving. Difficulties we face today. Human beings have always had difficulties and have overcome them. There were times when human beings were a very small population on the earth, and they grew and grew, and today we have human beings everywhere. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yeah, I hear you very well.
Very good. Um, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about this class, which is called Science and Spirituality. And what it is a discussion of what we've learned about the universe and questions about how we understand ourselves and the universe. We live in a very special time. We live in a time when we have the knowledge of things as never before. What sort of knowledge is that? For example, how the sun works. The sun has been shining now for more than 5 billion years. Hi. The sun, I should say, I have to correct that, it's about 4.6 billion years. Now, if the sun were made of wood or coal, it would have burned out a long time ago. But the sun is a very special burning. It burns by combining atoms. How strange is that? Atoms are crushed together in the sun, and when that happens, they release energy. And they can do so over billions of years. Enough time for life to arise on the earth, and life to grow and change and become what it is today. The sun can burn for another 5 billion years. And that means that we can continue to live here on the earth and grow and become even more than we are today. Any questions so far? What's that?
I said until it's time for us to be recouped.
Yeah, until it's time for us to go somewhere else, right?
To die.
To die. Well, um, life life is born, we are born, we die, and life is always renewing itself. And that's one of the great wonders, I think, of the world, that life has this capacity to continue. We are part of this great stream of life, the great stream that is always changing, always moving. 3 billion years ago, life was very different on the earth. Life was what? Simple cells, like bacteria, that you couldn't even see if you were there. These bacteria were many kinds and lived in many different environments and utilized their food in many different ways. These bacteria formed the basis of life to come. Now, a bacteria is a very special thing in itself. Even though it is simple and invisible, it still has all the things it needs to be alive, which is very extraordinary. How did bacteria have these things that enabled it to live and to thrive and to become the world we see today? We do not know how life came about in the universe. There are many different stories about life. God is one story. Science is another. Do these different stories have to conflict with each other? No. We have different understandings and ways of knowing things. Science is one way we know things. Another way might be poetry, or meditation, or dance, or music. All these things give us an experience, a knowledge, a kind of place to understand the world. Any questions?
They're learning the people in it also.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah?
Also, different nationalities of people also. Okay.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's what makes the world go round, doesn't it?
Right.
Different peoples experiencing things in different ways. But yet we all have things in common, right? We all need to eat. We all need to clothe ourselves. We all need to raise our children and work. And so we have much in common around the world. Let me read a poem that expresses a different way of understanding the world. This is called This Morning. It's by Mary Oliver. This morning, the redbird's eggs have hatched, and already the chicks are chirping for food. They don't know where it's coming from. They just keep shouting, more, more. As to anything else, they haven't had a single thought. Their eyes haven't yet opened. They know nothing about the sky that's waiting, or the thousands, the millions of trees. They don't even know they have wings. And just like that, like a simple neighborhood event, a miracle is taking place. What do you think about that poem?
What?
Did that poem appeal to you?
Well, I know a lot, sir. And I've done a lot. I've been there, I've done. To each his own. And when it comes down to we're living in the last days.
Right.
And everybody's background is different, and everybody's just different.
That's
And you just
right.
got to pray. When
Right.
someone do something for you, you just say hi, excuse me, thank you. And I remember when I was growing up, you said yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You just got to be praise God.
That's right.
This thing that's going on here, when I was growing up, they didn't have all this.
That's right. That's right. This is something new, right? We're facing something new. But people have faced different things that are similar before,
But you
right?
don't know.
You know, in 1918, we had a flu, a bad flu that went around the world that we had to deal with, and we did. And we will deal with this too. It will take some time, but we have tools today that we haven't had before, such as we can create vaccines and drugs that will be able to deal with this, right? We are going to be okay. The sun is going to shine on us for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's see. I wanted to say a little bit about how the universe gave rise to life, how the universe came together a long time ago and produced the things necessary for our lives. One of the greatest discoveries that human beings have ever made is that we are made of atoms. And what are atoms? They're the smallest things you can imagine, almost. Atoms are like it's very difficult to describe atoms because they're mostly energy. And they form all things.
Thing I can speak on that. He did make Adam and he made Eve. But the word of God is powerful anyway. And that's that. You just have to learn for yourself. Read for yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
you can't teach me nothing. I could teach you nothing if you don't know.
Oh, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can teach me a lot.
Oh, definitely. Because you're sitting there with your big, fine, fancy degree and talking on that television. That's not about nothing. You're using them big, fat, big words that you're saying and putting that grin on your face. What's that about?
But I'm just laughing because.
And then trying to laugh. You need to laugh. Maybe you learn something.
Right.
That's
What you
right.
do is your business. You don't know me and I don't know you.
Right. She's telling me the truth.
No.
And Bert, same with me.
Everyone has knowledge.
Oh, yeah. Everyone shows you that.
Yeah, we grew up.
Knowledge.
We learned it. Okay.
I learned that from a long
Okay.
time.
Right. I learned it even when I was younger. Okay. And I retired as a school secretary. So,
I went on to deal with
Everyone is capable of being a teacher,
oh, yeah.
That's so true.
Oh, yeah.
right?
You have to learn.
Yeah. Still have to learn. You're
You
right.
can teach me a lot.
You all to learn. Learning is just learning.
That's right. Make sure you keep it in the brain. Okay.
Once you learn, that's it. Ain't
Right.
nobody
And stay on the right track.
I'm laughing because you're a wonderful class.
Hi,
Well,
Barry.
thank you.
How you doing?
Teacher.
Good. How you doing?
I'm okay. Yourself?
Marla, I'm good.
Hey,
All right. Enjoy. Keep going, y'all.
Yeah, he's a good teacher.
Yes, he is. He is.
so
But let me ask you something else. How much did it cost for you to go to school? Or did it cost anything?
how much did it cost me to go to school? A lot. A lot.
Money-wise.
But I think it was a good investment because I met a lot of interesting people and I made some wonderful friends and I learned things I never would have learned otherwise.
Welcome. Hey, me too. I'm retired as a school secretary, so I know.
You're a teacher?
I'm now retired as a school secretary. Yes, I did help teach the school.
Okay. Um, I'm sorry, tell me your names.
My name is
Yeah.
Gertrude Steele, Russell.
Gertrude. Okay.
Heard of
And
Willie Steele before?
yes.
One of my brothers, the Olympic champion of the United States.
Really?
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Really? Wow. And what is your name, my dear?
Noble.
He said Noble.
I just told you if you
I don't
listen.
think you heard me.
You need to listen to people.
Yeah. It's a little hard to hear you with the mask, you know.
Now, Beatrice
Okay.
Noble. Beatrice
Noble. Oh, Miss Noble. Okay. I'm Barry, and I've been coming here for a long time. Anyway, it's nice to see you today.
You too. Well, it's nice to see you too. Have you heard of my brother Willie Steele?
I haven't.
Haven't. He's been in the Hall of Fame for him too.
Oh, really? And what was his sport?
He was the Olympic champion years ago.
Okay. In what sport?
In what sport? In running.
Running?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And also, hey, jumping over things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Wow. You must feel very special to have him in your family.
Oh, yeah. He's always been extra special.
Wow. Well, let me see. How about another poem?
Go on and do your thing.
All right. Thank you.
I'm ready for you.
Oh, yeah. We're ready.
All right. Here's one called the Meadowlark. Has anyone seen Meadowlark? I've been looking for probably 40 years now. He used to live in the field. I crossed many a morning heading to the woods, truant again from school. There were no meadowlarks in the school, which was a good enough reason for me not to want to be there. But now it's more serious. There's no field. Neither have the woods survived. So where is the meadowlark? If anyone has seen him, please would you let me know? Post haste. So we live, what does that poem tell us? We live in a changing world where we grew up is probably very different now than it was when we lived there.
That's
Not
everything.
everything.
Everything can change. This is a
That's
changing
right.
thing.
That's right.
What's that? I can't
Like
hear
you said, everything can change.
That's
You
right.
just
Yeah.
different generation
That's right.
altogether.
So true.
That's right. Everything has changed.
Oh, yeah.
If you go back to where you were born, it's probably quite different.
Oh yeah, it is.
Of course it was. Oh, yeah.
And that is the nature. Isn't that the way of things?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the way of our earth and it's
Well, let me ask you something. Are you married? Do you have a family?
oh yes, I have a wife
Do you have children?
and one child.
That's good.
who's married.
You got grandchildren and greats?
I have one on the way.
Oh, do you? That's
That's
right.
Yeah. And I assume you have grandchildren and
Oh, I
Yeah, I
have,
got plenty. I got too many.
I got to think, I got 3 children, and I think I got some grandchildren.
Oh, yeah. I got great grand.
oh, that's wonderful. Great grandchildren.
That's how I do.
And my grandson, he's going away.
Have you heard of Willie Steele?
Yes.
Okay, that's one of my
Yeah. Okay.
in the United States.
Uh-huh. So you all have grandchildren. That's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. I have great
A
grands
lot of
also.
work.
I had great grands and great great grands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I'm up in age.
family is a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I'm up in age.
And family is still the main the core of our society is still the family,
Oh, yeah.
and probably will always be.
Oh, yeah.
Even though today there are more people living as single people than ever before.
That's true.
You know, about half of the young people today are single, and that's unusual. But
Haven't found their right place.
Because
we
they
do
lost
have a lot of people.
They just sank. They lost it and didn't do what they were supposed to do. And when you lose your religious and God, you just ain't gonna have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Got to stay on the right
You
track.
just got to read the word.
Yeah.
Get
Stay on
in the
that
word.
right
The
track.
word is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Stay on.
Okay. I just want to visit with you today and to see how things were going over there and
Going beautifully.
going beautifully.
Good way.
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. And I trust you folks will stay healthy.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm still healthy. And I'm
great.
in my 70s. Okay?
I'm 72 years
Okay.
young now.
You're 72?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I'm a little older than she is, but hey, we
Oh,
both.
and how old are you?
I'm 75.
75. Okay. I'm a little older than you are.
Okay, how old are you then?
76.
That's good.
Okay, you're older. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for what you did.
Yeah, you're a very nice person.
Oh, thank you.
Keep it
Thank
up.
you.
Keep it up. See, I'm a retired school secretary also, so hey.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Also help train some students.
It's good to work in the school system.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, got to keep them on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Sure do.
Yeah.
So let me see. We live in a great mystery.
Oh, we really do.
We live in a world of wonders. Every moment is filled with miracles. Even our having lunch is a kind of miracle. The way our bodies work is another miracle.
Definitely.
Hmm?
I said definitely.
Definitely, right? And so we're very fortunate to be here in this life and to experience each other.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm in my 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once again, I say, I'm 72 years young, and it's a lot different. These children was up in that age.
Yeah.
They basically had what they had to have. My parents, they were of age. They raised me. They were together for
Yeah,
many
mine
years.
too, baby.
And they,
My grandparents
my
and everybody.
granddad, also was
And
a
everybody.
minister. And
Yeah.
it's just-
Where did you folks grow up?
I grew up in Bonita, Louisiana,
And I
and
grew up in
Baxter, Louisiana.
East San Diego, California.
East San Diego and Louisiana. Um, did anybody grow up on a farm?
Oh, I do.
You did.
Keep on like that.
So, and you grew up in San Diego, which is,
San Diego, on the town.
uh, that's a nice place.
Aunties and uncles, we all live together.
Oh, I definitely live on the farm.
Yeah.
And you grew up on a farm, Miss Noble.
20 acres of land. I worked. When I worked and labored.
You
I-
worked?
I did what I had to do to survive.
Oh, I
Yeah.
worked too. I worked and helped train students. I'm a retired school secretary. I did all.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I did. There was money and everything for the school. Give it to
Uh-huh.
them.
That's great. That's great. So it's wonderful to have a little pension from work. You know, we have Social Security today, which,
Yeah.
you know, our parents didn't have Social Security, or their parents, you know, when they were coming up.
Mine, they just
Well,
did what
did.
they didn't have.
Yeah. I had a father that was a musician. Played and everything.
It's a lot different in different areas.
So we all come from maybe different backgrounds, but we share different things.
I
We
have a lot of memories in my family.
Yeah.
We were
Have you
very,
heard,
I'm sure,
very
sure.
have you heard of Willie Steele?
Yes.
One of my brothers.
Well, yeah, you told me about him.
Yeah, one of my brothers.
So that's wonderful.
and
Um,
I know the person named Eula Noble from here.
Yeah, we
I heard a lot. Because I have a lot of people that live here.
uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
from a large family.
Oh, yeah.
And they do their thing. They really, everybody's still different.
Oh, yeah.
But these family people, sometimes they'll try to bring you out here and tell you what to do and live your life. But they ain't gonna tell me.
Mm-hmm.
She working together.
That's true. As long as you're doing it
Working
together.
together.
Because all you have to do is just come together. And really, when you do need prayer.
That's how our family is.
I know, that's true.
Well, it's wonderful to have family, and it's wonderful to have
Prayer changes things.
created a family, right? You have grandchildren and children,
Great grand already.
great grandchildren.
But I don't have no great grand.
I got great grands. I help train them too. I'm a retired school secretary, so I learned how to do all this.
Hmm.
Keep them on the right track.
My grandson is 25 years old. He works every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And they work.
Your grandson is 45 years old?
25.
She said 20.
I didn't say that.
25.
Hear me right now. Trying to get it together. I guess because I had the mask on. Here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little hard to hear you with the mask on.
You on television too. You get to-
But anyway, it's nice to see everybody today.
Well, it's nice to see you also.
You too.
And
You keep that
Thank you.
smile you have.
thank you.
Don't teach you.
I will come back next week if you want me to, and we can talk about poetry, we can talk about life, and we can talk about farming or work, and whatever you like. And we can talk about the stars and the moon and the sun. And I can share with you what my teachers have taught me, and you can share with what your teachers have taught you and what life has taught you, and that life is a very wonderful teacher, right?
I still say you still got to live. Everybody got to do their own, live their own. Everybody have their own.
Uh-huh.
Everybody just have to be their own, do their own.
Yeah, stay on the
Right.
right track.
Stay and pray.
Right.
Stay on the
Right.
You
right
can't
track.
tell me what to do, and I can't tell you
Right.
what I did back in the day, and you know what you do. And
Right.
I did.
We all did different things, and we all share different things.
Yeah, as long as you stay on that right track.
They
Stay on
said,
right.
like you said, long as you stay on the right track.
That's right. Stay on that right track. Yeah.
Stay on the right track. That's important.
and greet
All right, well, it's very nice to see you today,
Oh, same here.
and I wish you a pleasant day and good health, and hopefully we'll be back together again next week.
Okay.
So you be well.
Oh,
You
okay.
be well.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm staying home and I'm, making soup and stuff like that.
That's
Great.
all you can do.
Great. Yeah, I'm cooking too all the time. I
Oh,
got
good.
husband that cooks all the time.
That's good.
Good.
I don't even know this about no
You know.
No.
All right. You take care and we'll see you again next week. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Now, you keep that smile. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
Okay.
You too. Be well.
You looking for us? Are you reading?
Well.